So what are the emotions like coming out of a 16-hour process like that?
You know what? Everyone's obviously relieved that it's over and done with for all intents and purposes, and we're able to kind of move on to what we all enjoy doing a lot more than this.
What was the last 16 hours like tonight?
It was one of those things that you hope that it happened sooner, but it didn't, and you kind of got through it, and we got through it, and the emotion of it you kind of ride the roller coaster a little bit of up and down, and hoping that, you know, you kind of sensed that things were going in the right direction, and you wanted to make sure they kept going in the right direction.
How do you feel just about, you know, the terms that you did agree upon tonight and what the players get out of this deal?
Well, it was concessionary bargaining right from the beginning as a players, and you kind of understand that, and you accepted that as much as you didn't want to. You understand that the nature of professional sports has kind of changed with the last couple CBAs, starting with football and basketball, and obviously hockey. And that's the way it's been going for the last 10 years. So you knew you were in that position, and I think as a union we got the best deal we could possibly get, and you're happy. I mean, you're just excited to get to play hockey again and do what you really enjoy and have a passion for.
Shane, do you think the terms you got were as good as you could get without burning as many games as got burned this time around?
I mean, I guess, do you mean you could have gotten a better deal?
Or could you have got maybe something as good and had more games?
I don't think so. I don't. I mean, it's one of those things that I think this was, from being in the room quite a bit, this is when it was the best deal for us that was available, and it's always tough because we're all fans of the game, and you wish that you didn't have to go through this, but we did, and you know what, we're on the other side now.
Can you tell us what it's been like as an NHL player over the last few months when people come to you, family, friends, others, and ask you to justify the stoppage, and has it been difficult? Some NHL players say they've been embarrassed to be an NHLer for the first time ever. Is it awkward? Is it embarrassing, or what?
I don't know if embarrassing was the right word, or the embarrassing is the right word. I know that it's funny because we all play the game because our parents or your grandparents or somebody really had a love of the game and instilled that love of the game in you, and that's the only way you play minor hockey and do everything that you do and leave home at an early age, and everything that we've all done to get to the spot we're at because we love the game so much, and so it's hard whenever you feel like that the game is being hurt or you never want to be a part of that, but at the same time you understand when you get to the NHL that once you're here, you start to see that it's a huge business, and there's business people that are going to make business decisions, and you're part of that, and you have to do your best to be involved and try to help out.
So what do you say to fans who are really angry at both sides?
You know what? I'm as big a fan as anybody, and I understand that people always kind of question that or whatever, but I'm as big a fan of hockey as anybody. I follow the sport and have followed it since I was a little boy, and my boy follows it and loves it, and I'm excited that it's back.
Shane, are there any?
Sorry, how big was Don's hiring in helping you, the players, protect what you could while conceding?
Well, you can't say enough about the PA as a whole and what the job they did with keeping us informed and letting us know, so that the players had the ability to make the best decision that they could. And Don was, his reputation precedes him, and he lived up to it in every way of being a guy that knows how to run a union and knows how to be the executive director, and he did a great job.
And are there any changes we're going to notice to the game on the ice?
You know what? We don't know all the particulars of what's going on. I know that there's going to probably. I'm assuming there might be one or two. I'm not sure how big. Some of them were in place before, but right now I'm just excited that we get to play again and get to go back out there, and it's 6 in the morning.
After everything that's happened in the last few months, did you ever think this day was going to come?
Yeah, you always assumed that this day was coming. You always wanted it to be sooner. I mean, there isn't one player that didn't want this or wanted anything remotely like this to happen. And at the same time, it's you realize that it's a business, and as much as you don't want it to be, it is, and you have to deal with it.
What was how important did the mediator come in all this, in your opinion?
He did a great job of keeping the sides going, and that was probably the biggest part, was keeping, I mean, I was been told by family and friends that, you know, lock yourselves in a room and don't come out, and the mediator kind of did that. He just kept us going, and that was, I think, that was huge. And at the same time, both sides got involved and got it done, and that was good.